Boom. Yeah, I don't know how much of a rub this is as opposed to the absolute massacre, but that guy gets absolutely blown up. This is where we're going to look at Colorado's offense versus USC's defense. A lot of great stuff there yesterday. Played with really good tempo, especially early. Looked like they lost a little bit of steam late. A lot of effort was put in on both sides, but only about 80 plays. So that tempo really wore down USC, and they stopped being able to tackle. They didn't get to their alignments. They didn't do a lot of things that allowed Colorado to kind of take advantage of it. And you can see how Colorado's continue to compete and just get better. It's a pretty interesting play right here. You got verticals. He's probably going to bend across, and that looks like where they start their eyes here. Shooter catches it, goes right here. Sees the safety stay true, doesn't really want to take that. Could throw a possible hole shot, but it looks like he's sitting down right there on the outside. Then he starts rolling left. So what it looks like to me is a delayed sprint. So they're looking here. If you like that, if we can take it. If it's a free access on this hitch, take it. But if not, we're going to delay sprint. Everybody's sliding that way. This tight end's going to be outside shoulder of this defensive end. Boom. Now we've got that edge to delay sprint right here. And what we're seeing on this side, you've got this guy running an angle corner, the back getting out here to the flats. And if you're looking at this angle corner, you're going to want to get a rub on the one guy that's the flat defender. Boom. Yeah, I don't know how much of a rub this is as opposed to the absolute massacre, but that guy gets absolutely blown up. Boom. But I'm not saying this is PI or anything. I think these guys are literally just running in space. He's not trying to block. He's just even trying to avoid that guy to go back vertical. And this guy just has absolutely zero awareness. Nobody's calling right here, helping him out, saying crack or anything. So it just runs right into the guy, falls down. And now with that delayed sprint, you're looking 1, 2 on that corner. One's there. Set your feet, get it out. Good strong throw. With that rub, got his corner to roll to the middle of the field. And that rub, the guy that should probably be playing that back, is laying face down on the Buffalo. No chance right there. So easy throw and catch. Carrying explosive play right there. Delayed sprint with a smash to the backside on that sprint out. There's a lot of stuff going on in this play, and from my perspective, probably a little bit too much. I don't really know what the heck the defense is trying to do, how they're trying to fit this. But all it is a split zone. The same thing you see every single week. If you just draw this up, he's going to come back. He's going to block the defensive end. He's probably going to base right there. Center guard going to double that there. They're going to double that to that linebacker here. So split zone right there. He's coming downhill. Obviously, you could RPO it, read it out here. You can run it back. You do all kinds of different things. But here, just looking at the defense, for whatever reason, this safety is rolling way the hell over here to that receiver. I don't know if this is the guy that they want to try to double, but it's 1st and 10. Not really sure why they're doubling 1st and 10. But right here, you've got 3-on-2 out here on a double out of that stack set, which is cool. But right here, with him split zoning it, and there's a nose and a 5-tech over here to the front side, somehow they're still flowing way over the top here with these linebackers. So I don't know what in the world they're looking at. Maybe they're looking at that fullback. But right here, as far as this fit, this is awful right here. This linebacker is pretty quick to fit into the box. I don't think it's a blitz. I think he's just seeing low hat. He's sliding in right there. And he knows his quarterback's eyes are not on him, so he's not RPO right there. So he slides in. If he doesn't slide in, there's literally nobody in that gap. He's going to run right there. Not a big deal, but he slides in. Coming from that distance, misses a tackle. And now they're rolling right there. So, to me, really bad misfit here by these linebackers. They're just flowing way over the top there. This guy's trying to fly in and make a play from distance. Not able to do it. And just with that alignment, you got a one technique or a nose and a wide 5 on a 1st and 10 in 20 personnel. I'm not real sure why this alignment is this way, why the safety is rolling like that, or why these backs are fitting over the top right there. But either way, Colorado does a great job sorting it out. They get off late there to that backer that they were trying to get to that fit the wrong direction. They still had patience right there, got up to him. Great job there by the running back playing with some momentum, creating an explosive play right here. Obviously, this is a long drive, 17 plays. Anytime you have a 17-play drive, that obviously is going to tire your defense out. Still helped them to a field goal that Colorado missed, so that was very fortunate. But that was a huge drive that got into the legs of USC's defense. Another 1st and 10 right here. 4 front with wide defensive ends. 1 linebacker in the box. They're trying to get in there late so they can make it a 6-man box with those wide defensive ends. This safety, again, is rolling way over the top of the single receiver. All it is zone base, so you're going to block these 4 down, especially these wide defensive ends, making it where there's tons of space. They're going to double up to that linebacker. And right there you see they even go into the B gap as far as these defensive tackles. So they get them to the B gap, free release there to the mic. Boom. Now they're rolling vertical. 9's trying to fall in late, diving at ankles, which is pretty similar to what they must be teaching. But right there, he's falling in late to the action with a light box, playing with some momentum. Never going to make that play right there. Almost a free run up to the safeties. And right here, they get lucky because he just kind of stumbles and falls down. But light box, wide defensive ends on a 1st and 10. Not real sure what they thought was going to happen right here. 9 trying to fall in late. Not sure why we would even try to disguise it with those wide ends. Just get in there and play football. No reason to try to disguise it, because every time they try to disguise it, come from distance, there's a broken tackle. Turns to a big play there for whoever they're playing. Here's a good look of misdirection. Screen into the boundary. Obviously, they're faking pin and pull to the field. Oh, this is a bubble here to number 2. Going to block most dangerous here by the outside receiver. Fullback's releasing there, so you're getting 2 guys that direction right there. So not real sure if this is just a call or if we're reading this defensive end, making sure that he gets there, or these corners or whatever the read is. Right there, flipping his hips, flipping it out there on that bubble. Great job here by the outside receiver, being patient, understanding where you're trying to protect. Protect that guy that's running the screen right there. No reason to chase anybody. This outside linebacker becomes the first guy low. Let's get our body on him. Let's run him. Fullback trying to get there probably goes a little bit deep. Should go a little flatter right there. Understand they're going to adjust that direction. Gets beat over the top just a little bit. Probably gets lucky they don't get called for a clip or something right there. But again, receiver in space. Misdirection here. Making it look like pin and pull to the left. Quarterback flips his hips, gets it out there to one of the better dudes on the field. Decent block right there by the outside receiver. Gets a body on. Not great fundamentals there by the fullback, getting it out there in space, but they get lucky. Guy gets forward. Gets up close to 1st down on 2nd and 10. Here's a look for Colorado taking a shot here. You got a post with the slot receiver, and you got these outside receivers just running hitches. Probably trying to keep these corners low. If this safety hangs at all with this little bit of a play action, you know you're going one-on-one with this safety and your slot receiver. So right here, you can see a little fake. Shooter's eyes go out here. He's looking at his safety that direction, something. He knows now, hey, this is my guy. I got literally that whole field to throw him to because there's nobody deep. Great job here by the receiver. You want to square this guy up. You see his hips are already turned to the outside, so you want to try to get square to him, stick him, go across his face. There's only 2 things you can do when you cross his face like this with his hips open to the outside. He's either got to center field turn it, or he's got to flip his hips and try to run. Either way, you're going to create space. He tries to flip his hips, and just think about it. If you're flipping your hips trying to chase somebody that's running full speed already, there's tons of space. And right there, safety hangs. He's just flat-footed. As soon as he sticks, he sees that I've got this entire field to throw my guy open to. Right there, a little bit of pressure. The center gets beat right here by D-tackle, and should do a good job filling it off his back foot. Hey, I'm laying it out here to my guy. Let him go make a play. Easy throw and catch right there. Explosive play. Good route here. Squaring the defender up, and then going back across his face. Square him up, stick it, go across his face, play fast. Quarterback, throw him open. Throw him to the open space right here just like he does. Great play right there. Colorado, big touchdown. Pretty simple play here for Colorado. Again, curl flat. Whenever you talk about USC's defense, a lot of times this is kind of what people are frustrated with. You get a 1-yard completion, and this guy comes to balance right here. Never even tries to extend his hips. He's just right there. He's being the nail instead of the hammer. Getting absolutely ran through. Extra 5 yards right there just based off of playing slow, not being aggressive. Obviously, you need to close that space, come to balance a little bit later, maybe play with a little bit more momentum. Where the offensive guy's playing with momentum, runs through you, extra 5 yards after contact. Here's a look here of Colorado running mesh returns right there. Making like they're going mesh and they're going to turn out. Backs releasing. You probably got a basic here. You got some sort of a goal post, whatever. But what we're really looking for right here is this is obviously man-to-man. This guy comes down. He's trying to chase Peel with this running back that's willing. And right here, Sanders should get it out. Just lay that thing out there. This is a mismatch. Corner everybody was chasing. You got a third of the field with a linebacker that stepped down, is trying to peel from the line of scrimmage. He's not 5 yards deep or anything. No chance that he's going to win that. Lay that thing up there. Let your guy go make a play for you. But right there, gets a holding call. Doesn't get the ball out. Should have got it out a little bit earlier. That would have protected him from that holding call. Then also, really good chance for a big play right here. They caught him with their pants down, playing that coverage. And they're having to peel with a linebacker that obviously cannot run with that guy. They get lucky this ball didn't get laid out there for a big play. A couple really glaring things on this play. Huge splits here for Colorado. And the audacity just to throw this ball way out here outside the numbers on a hitch is pretty unreal. But right here, that ball is an absolute rocket Shooter, I didn't know he had that hand cannon on, but absolutely blew it up right there to the numbers from the far hash on RPO on just a 6-yard stop. And obviously, with those wide splits, you can see, hey, it's one-on-one right here. They're on an island. If you have space, let's give it to them. That is a huge throw, great throw. And still, with tons of space right there, able to make the guy miss. So really bad job here by the corner. That ball's in the air. I mean, obviously that's an amazing throw, but from that side of the hash, if you're man-to-man, you got to be able to break on this a lot better. And then also, you can't just dive and put a hand on the guy. You got to come to balance. You got to understand you're the only guy out there. You got to make a play. So really bad job out here by one. Maybe he fell asleep thinking that they're not going to throw the ball out there to him that wide. So great job right there. Amazing throw. Then obviously this receiver makes him miss. Now there ain't nobody left because of those wide splits. There's nobody left in that outside third. Huge play right here. You got to be able to get the ball out there to begin with, but as soon as you make somebody miss, now you're rolling. Big play right there for Colorado. Interesting call here from Colorado. You got your tight end right here next to the center. You got all your O-linemen on that side. Everybody just down blocking. Kick right there with number 50. And lead right there with number 95 with a little bit of a toss. Getting downhill. So all you're doing is really running power. You're tossing it right there, and then shooters, you're going to try to go backside to hold whatever. Now let them run it down. So really interesting play, getting an overload this direction and just run power right there. He tosses it, gets straight downhill. Doesn't work out exactly like you would hope and be wide open, but right there makes a play, extends the ball, gets into the end zone. So really interesting look right there. Everybody but the center gets on the right side. You got your tight end right here. Let's run power right there with some heavy guys. Find a way to get into the end zone, which Colorado does right here for a big touchdown. I thought this was a really interesting look here from Colorado on a 2-point attempt from the 8-yard line. He comes in like it's spacing. Same thing right here. This almost looks like spacing, but then he pivots out, goes vertical on the fade, and he starts working back out to the flats right there. So as you're looking at it, going right there to sit, and he's going to work back out. There's the guy trying to act like he's sitting on that on like a hitch or a snag on some sort of a rub. And he turns his back, and he's trying to run a fade here. There's a flat route here. All right, so he likes it. Knows a 2-point conversion. Got to get this ball out, give your guy a chance. It is covered up, but he puts this thing up where his guy has a chance to go make a play. Gets a rebound, 1 foot down. Really good play here by the receiver. Interesting concept. I would think that right there they'd probably be hoping to run that against man-to-man, thinking that whoever they try to switch this off or maybe take 2 for 1 right there, and then he can go vertical and possibly be open right there. But USC does a really good job staying with it, not being fooled by that stop and go, but not able to make a play right here. Doesn't find the ball. Good play there by the receiver for Colorado. This one right here, Colorado motions out to quads, and you can see how this really makes his defense adjust right there. They're yelling. It's taking tons of eyes, taking everybody's attention in that direction. Quarterback gets it. Mike even rotates that way a little bit. All they're really looking to do is throw a screen backside to this tight end. So 9 right here, just based off the quarterback's eyes, he turns hard. But as far as his hips, he's looking there. 9 sees that, and he just takes off running. And with that being said, literally from this defensive tackle out, you've got a defensive end, and you've got this corner, maybe a strong safety or whatever that's sitting outside. They slip to this defensive end, and they've got a tackle. They got their guard, and they even get their center at their lead. Just got to be an athlete, get it up and around. Easy catch right here. 3 guys to block 1. That is literally half the field to make something happen. They get just enough of them. Tight end dips inside, and center's also leading up right there on the next guy, which is the Mike that had rolled way over to the other side of the field. So right there, extremely poor awareness to the short side of the field. Just leaving this guy manned up. That's the only thing that they had to the backside, half of the field. Get just enough of him. He's not able to make the play. Now you got a center leading up 20 yards down the field as you're strolling to the end zone. So great call there for Colorado. Good misdirection again. Seeing that obviously USC is really aggressive with any kind of motion or anything like that. Get backside to the screen, outnumber them. Huge play, great call. Colorado obviously treating this game just like the Catalina Wine Mixer. They're pulling everything out. 4th quarter, right here, pulling out the reverse. Faking counter here to the left. Don't even hand the ball off. Got a single receiver right there. They're in a bit of a bunch set. So right here it condenses these guys. It could be keeping contained. So right here, a couple steps, then he reverses out. Everybody else is basically blocking down, trying to create that edge. And you see here Sanders, he slides with him a little bit. Receiver just goes behind, just flips it to him. Now they're rolling. Right tackle as well. he tries to gap hinge a little bit, and then once he starts feeling that, he just gets out. And right here, you got two guys leading. You got the fullback who faked like he was running that counter. Now you got that tackle that was gap hinging leading right there. So again, guy in space, they condensed that side, so there was tons of space there to outrun the defenders. And they had these receivers right here just pin everything there to the backside. Explosive play right there, getting in space, playing aggressively against the team that, they're trying to find a way to scrap back into the game with, and they eventually do. This play right here on a 4th and 5 is just one of those plays that sometimes you got to tip your hat to the other team. Yeah, they're doubling this guy right here. It's one-on-one with this receiver. It's a 4th and 5. You're in a great spot. You're getting a bit of a pass rush, so everything right here looks pretty good. Just sometimes the other team's making really good plays. Hopefully you can have a little bit better leverage there. This might be a bit of a hold there as well. He's got his hand on his back, but this window is extremely tight. You're pursuing to the football, making him make a play. You're getting hands up. You're doing all kinds of stuff. This ball is an absolute dot, and you see how tight that is to fit in there. That's about a 6-inch space that this ball can be fit into for it to be a touchdown right there. Pretty good coverage. Sometimes a really good throw and catch beats good coverage, and right here, I'd say this is one of those cases. That's a tough play right there, making Colorado make the tough plays, and they made it right there. So really impressive play by the receiver and by the quarterback here. Not awful coverage, but right here Colorado's playing some momentum, and they're making plays. Another example right here, just a hitch to the boundary, so this is an easy throw. You got number 1 right here, same guy that got toasted with the hitch to the field, and he slips again. This guy can't stay on his feet, misses a tackle right there, doesn't even touch the guy. Is just able to run him down, just get enough of him to get him on the ground. But right there, one had a really tough game. They're just throwing hitches at him, and he's slipping, he's falling. He's barely even touching the guy, just allowing explosive plays. Not a dude that you probably want to leave on an island. He's been struggling, especially against 14. Obviously, Colorado, get the ball in space. You guys can win, and then, of course, if you have a guy that'll slip, fall, take advantage of it, get it out there as many times as you can, see if he'll actually make a play, which he didn't against Colorado, especially late in the game. This play right here, you just got an out route here by the single. You got spacing here to the field. They didn't do a great job of sorting this out. USC obviously showing a lot of pressure. He's on a 3rd and 4, so a big play right here if you can get a stop or get him to a 4th down. Got a free rusher here. Sanders feels it, and he gets this thing out early. You can see when this ball gets out right now, he's not even starting to break on the out. He just sticks it right there. He turns around, it hits him right in the chest. So amazing timing right here by Sanders. Boom. He feels that pressure. Got to get the ball out. Ball's out right now. He's just now sticking it. Great job getting your eyes around, finishing with the football. Huge conversion right there on the 3rd down. Good job getting it out. Right here, if you're looking front side, obviously it's really hard to tell who's blitzing right here doing all this stuff. If you could have stuck with the front side, you do have a easy stick right here, right there on the spacing concept to get that 1st down. But he knew that he was one-on-one. This is the one thing that you can tell from this pre-snap is you're probably going to be one-on-one right here with an out route with good leverage. So right there he goes to it. Feels a little bit of pressure. Has to get this thing out early. Great job whipping his head around, finishing the play there by the wide receiver. Again, great throw and catch. A lot of times beats pretty decent coverage. Simple read here at an empty. You just got to fade out here to the bottom on a 3rd and 3. With that guy playing 10-plus yards off, go ahead and take it. Easy throw and catch for a 1st down. Then, of course, right here coming down to balance, 27 trying to make a play. Again, making him make plays in space. Not great for him right there. He's sitting on the sideline. Looks like he's having a picnic. He's kicked out a blanket right there. He's having a nice Sunday in Boulder. Probably beautiful weather. Yeah, we're actually playing a football game, so we might want to try to tackle that guy. But breaks a tackle, which was kind of a theme there in the 4th quarter of them just playing faster, playing stronger, and USC not finishing plays. Last touchdown right here for Colorado to get it within 1 score is the exact same read that basically USC had. So we got some verticals right here, vertical there. Safeties play way off the hash here. And this is one of the easiest reads you could ever have. Everybody's walked down, mugged down, and once the ball is snapped, safety's getting way off the hash. This guy was mugged down. He's got no chance right there with the receiver. If you had a 7th grade quarterback that would make this throw wide open in the middle of the field for a touchdown, you can't have a guy mugged down trying to play this guy knowing that he's gone. There's just no chance. I mean, he's a linebacker to start off with. It'd be pretty hard for him to do from depth. But right there, mugged down. Too easy right there for Colorado. Just giving free throws there to the middle of the field, thinking that because he's lined up over the top of them, that these guys aren't smart enough to hit it right down the middle of the field. But that's exactly what happens right there. Eyes always start to the middle, sees it opens up, free throw and catch right there for a touchdown late in the fourth quarter against USC's defense. So for this game, Colorado did a lot of good stuff. Got the ball in space, competed hard, and they're going to do nothing to get better, get the guys up front that they need. But USC's defense really showed, especially late in the game, kind of reverted back to some things as far as missed tackles, missed alignments, looked like they were confused at times. So that was really concerning for the USC side. But hopefully they learned from that first half, second half, what the difference was and how they played, and they can carry that over to the rest of the season so they don't have that happen in big games against some of the other top 10 teams like a Washington, like an Oregon. If they have a lapse for a quarter like that against those guys, they're going to get their doors blown off. So you have to focus, make sure they take care of business all 4 quarters against those teams.